What's good, y'all? Just finished cooking up a meal right now for myself, so I'm just waiting for it to cool down. But it's time for the breakdown and prediction of Devin the Dream Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, versus the former unified lightweight champion of the world, three-division champion, Lomachenko. Let's talk about it, man. This is a fight that I've been wanting for years, since 2018 to be exact. And my beliefs are that Lomachenko avoided Devin Haney. Now, we could go into the politics here and there, but right now the fight is happening, and I just want to get straight into it, man. For those that don't know, and for those of you who already know and have been knowing, I've been having Devin Haney winning this fight for many years. And even 5 years ago, even though it probably would have been tough because Devin Haney was probably a little more inexperienced back then. But now he's gathered it up already, unified, became undisputed. And now we're finally getting the fight. And Lomachenko is coming in as the underdog. But based on the comments that I've seen on many videos, it makes it seem like Devin Haney is the underdog because he has a lot to prove to some of these guys. But in my opinion, I think Devin Haney is a very skilled fighter. And regardless of anything, man, like, this would be a great win if Lomachenko was able to beat Devin Haney. But I think otherwise because, well, I mean, I don't think otherwise, but I mean, like, I think Devin Haney beats Lomachenko. That's what I think. And I've been picking that for years. And I made a post a couple days ago where I'm willing to bet on Devin Haney $50 that he beats Lomachenko. So for those of you who don't know and want to bet, you can make a bet with me. So either ways, let's get down to the breakdown. Devin Haney is obviously the longer guy, taller guy. Not by much either. It's by like a couple inches based on the weigh-in that I saw today. And I was originally going to post the prediction video yesterday or the day before because I wanted to get something off early in the week. But I wanted to see the weigh-ins. And Devin Haney looks all right, but there was a weigh-in before then that happened during the day when I think around morning time. But I didn't get to see that weigh-in. And that's supposed to be the weigh-in, the actual weigh-in. And based on how I saw Devin later on in the day, Devin looks healthy, man. I guess he was able to rehydrate a little bit, or yeah. And Lomachenko looks pretty stocky for the division as well, obviously. And he's not as small as everybody makes it out to be, and as he makes it out to be, because I saw them next to each other. And personally, from the psychological perspective, I think Devin Haney's in a good place. Lomachenko, to him, it's another day at the office, so it's going to be real tough to crack that. But personally, I think Devin Haney punked him. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I think he punked him by pushing him because everybody was just making a big deal out of it. And we could go into the details of that in the comment section if y'all want. But let's talk about the actual technical aspect of the fight. Like I said before, Devin Haney's longer, he's taller, uses his reach a lot, boxes well on the back foot, and there's a lot of criticism on Haney's inside game, but I think personally he's gonna show it in this fight. And it takes the right fighter, guys, like, to actually push them to show like a certain game or a wrinkle to their game as well. And I think he's actually gonna show it in the Lomachenko fight, man, because I think Devin Haney is going to sit down a lot more on his punches, and he's going to have to push Lomachenko back a lot in this fight. And I think Lomachenko is making a grave mistake by thinking that just because Devin doesn't have any power, he could just like walk through him. That's going to be a big mistake throughout the entire fight, and that's going to cost him. What Lomachenko needs to do is focus on his footwork and creating angles. And Devin Haney, to me, I think he's going to cancel out a lot of those spots that Lomachenko is going to try to access in order to land some of those punches from different angles. And all those pivots that Lomachenko does, Devin Haney's going to pivot with him. I think Devin Haney's going to be the guy that everybody thought that Rigo was actually going to do with Loma, a long time ago. Because I remember everyone saying that Rigo's footwork was going to cancel out Lomachenko's footwork. But personally, I didn't think that back then. And I actually picked Lomachenko to beat Rigo. But in this fight, I'm picking Haney because I think he has the fundamentals, everything, the skill set to actually cancel out those pivots of Lomachenko, because he pivots a lot when he creates those angles. And Devin Haney can definitely stop Lomachenko in his tracks with his jab, regardless of what people think of Devin Haney's power. If you get hit with a jab in a certain time, it's going to stop you in your tracks regardless of who you are, especially in the weight class, because we're not talking about a weight disparity like, let's say, if a lightweight was able to throw a jab to a cruiserweight or something like that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about guys in the same division who are actually able to make the weight. But throughout the fight, I think it's going to be a Haney fight. The first 3 rounds, I think, are going to be real tough to adjust for Devin because of the footwork of Lomachenko. But I think Devin is going to make that adjustment after 3 or 4 rounds. And it's going to wear on Lomachenko. You're really going to start to see Lomachenko age in there. All that wear and tear is going to accumulate from that fight with Devin Haney, because I think Devin Haney is going to have a lot more higher volume in this fight than given credit for. And I think Lomachenko's volume is going to be sapped by the time it's the middle or late rounds. And he's going to try to make a comeback, but I don't see that happening, man, because Devin Haney is going to take away everything. And Lomachenko is going to be put in a similar predicament to the Teofimo fight where he's going to be gun shy. But this time it's going to be at the very end of the fight where the roles are actually going to switch, where Devin Haney is going to be the one that shells up Lomachenko later on in the fight. And it's going to cost Lomachenko all those rounds till it goes to the scorecards. But don't be surprised, y'all, if it gets stopped there, like at any point of the fight, because Devin Haney's a young guy, man. He's in his prime already. And but personally for me, I think it's going to go to the scorecard. So I'm picking Devin Haney by a unanimous decision. And it's going to be like 9-3, 10-2. I'm personally picking that. But yeah, I'm picking Devin Haney by decision. So let me know what y'all think. Who do you got winning this fight? You got Lomachenko, you got Devin Haney. How's it going to go down? And are you in the minority that Lomachenko is actually going to, well, he doesn't really deserve to be the underdog, because based on these comments that I've been seeing, they make it out as if Devin Haney doesn't have enough in the tank to beat Lomachenko, any experience or anything like that. But that's always going to be a thing. That's one thing I'll agree with Paulie Malignaggi. Even though he's picking Lomachenko, I'll agree with him where there's always going to be an experience gap between the older fighter and the younger fighter. That's the only thing I'll agree with him on. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Peace. And I also want to add in that even though the younger fighter is inexperienced, it takes the right opponent, like I said before early in the video, to bring out those skill sets that they showed in sparring. Remember, Devin Haney was the guy that everyone was looking at the Mayweather gym. Not just Tank, not just Shakur, it was Devin. And there's a reason why he was sparring partners for Sean Porter, Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson. The list goes on, man. So don't overlook that. And I understand that sparring is sparring, but when you get in that amount of work, quality of work, then that has to reflect on your performance in one way or another. Just like how it did with Jack Catterall when he was at the Mayweather gym. Now you see him getting well, he was supposed to get the decision against Josh Taylor, but that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.